Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. If you have never seen me on your screen before, I am Chanel. I do all things beauty, fashion, and lifestyle and travel, and I thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Much love to all my loyal subbies. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, join the Doll fam, come on over and say hey. Yay. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with everyone that you know. All right, so today's video is going to be an exciting one. So I ran a poll on my Instagram stories and I asked you all which videos will you all be interested in. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My handle's right here, right? And you all said that you all wanted to find out how to plan a successful bomb vacation, a vacation to remember. So I'm going to give you some tips on tricks on how it is I usually, in combination with my travel agent sister, would plan our vacations. All right, so stay tuned and let us have some fun. Okay, so step number one, you want to plan a vacation. Certain things need to be in your thought process when planning a vacation, right? So concerning your destination, you need to do research. That's the first line of planning, right? So when you're planning, you're going to look for four main things. You're going to pay attention to the weather. You're going to pay attention to the food, which includes like prices of food, cost of food. You're also going to pay attention to transportation, and you're also going to pay attention to the activities that you are interested in participating in, right? So when it is you look at those four, they will help you to be able to formulate a budget that is going to, incline with your spending. Some of your activities may include shopping. It depends on which island or which country you're planning on visiting. You also have to incorporate the items that you're interested in. So all of that research compiled together, for those of you who are shopping, of course, will be able to give you like outlook on how much it is you're looking at spending. So first things first is to break down your research. Look for these particular four items, 5 if you include shopping, to be able to plan your ideal vacation. Step number 2, let's talk funds. If we do not talk funds, how are we going to be able to afford this ideal vacation, right? Now, there are many ways that you can go about paying or, making it possible for you to go on your ideal vacation. Some people would use from their savings, some people straight out of their salary. Some people, I would always suggest, is to go with a payment plan. There are a lot of trustworthy travel agencies like my sister's, right, which is called Holiday Express. So be sure to follow her on IG. Always has great tips, tricks, and the best accommodations, right? So be sure to follow her. But if it is you are interested to be able to afford these things, I know there are travel agencies that provide like payment plans, so you won't have to pay everything up front. So what my sister does is, especially if it's like a group trip that they're doing, like you or your friends, family, whoever is doing girls trip, you'd be able to put aside whether it's like a quarter of the payment for the next couple of months. So if it is your planning, make sure to plan ahead. Rush trips sometimes don't always work out that well, especially when there's a group involved. Solo trips may be a little bit easier, right? Excuse my dad. But yeah, solo trips may be a little bit easier because it's just you have to rely on. But if it's a group of people, I think having a payment plan is like the best thing, because that's going to be able, to make you afford this trip without having to strain your pockets. Because you want to be, living life outside, but you don't want to be like broke inside, right? Tip number 4, decide which experiences or activities that you really want to do first. That way you can cater if it is you have to purchase tickets before, like say you're going to a theme park, or like when it is we went to the ice cream museum last year, December. I'll leave the clip up here for you to see. We actually purchased tickets for that I think either November or early December. So at least that was out of the way, especially when it is you're traveling with children. Yeah, make sure and get those kind of, activities, purchases like out of the way, so you don't have to worry about that. That was like one of the best tips I could ever suggest. Tip number 5, and this is just something that you should know if it is you are not going like on a cruise or anything like that. Airbnbs are always more affordable than hotels. And it's like having your own like apartment or like your own house. Sometimes you can have one within a pool, or you know, you can look for one or have your travel agent look for one that is in an area that is close to like a mall or easy for transport, stuff like that. So yeah, just keep that in notice, because some of these hotels be trying to really, you know, overdo it, right? They're very extra. But if you go with an Airbnb, it holds more people. They also have someone who comes and cleans up after you included into the package price. And if it is you're going with a group, even better. That way you can split the cost in as many ways as how many people are there, and it could be way more affordable for you and your crew. When traveling, it is essential for you to know that you have to pay for your luggage, right? They allow you to have one personal item as well as a carry-on, right? Which is could either be like a duffel bag, a book bag, a smaller version of your suitcase, whatever that can fit below the seat in front of you or above in the compartment. But recently, airlines have become super strict with the sizing. So you have to make sure, because this actually happened to us in in January of this year when we were coming back from New York. It just so happened that because the carry-on that either myself or Naya had was super bulky, we actually had to maneuver it, like turn around different items so that it didn't look like super big, because the concern was that it wouldn't be able to fit in the compartments, and honestly we were overweight, so it would not have been able to fit. Also, please know that being overweight means money. All right, I kid you not, most airlines will allow, let me tell you, at least for American Airlines, they actually charged $150 if you are overweight, which means they're charging you the cost of the luggage going on the plane as well as $150. I kid you not, because Naya's suitcase was extremely overweight and they wanted to charge us that. So we actually had to throw items away. Yeah, items that, you know, she was okay with, and some that, you know, she probably was not that very much okay with. But yeah, you really have to be very careful when it is you are packing. Yes, we all want to, you know, look cute and slay and have our outfits intact and looks and everything like that. Or if it is you have kids, you want to make sure that you know, have enough clothing for them and whatever other items they need. But just pay attention, because these airlines very strict lately. Tip number 7, and I know we spoke earlier, as a matter of fact it was tip number 1, to do some research, but this time in particular you're going to be doing research for places, events, foods, like restaurants you want to try. Listen, the best thing I think my sister and my daughter and I did when we were heading to New York for Christmas was actually to research through TikTok. TikTok, as you all know, is like one of the biggest platforms, if not the biggest platform of social media right now, and it gives so much information in such a little bit of time. So no longer do you have to like look at an entire video to be able to get, you know, like different suggestions, different restaurants that you should try if you're a foodie like Naya, or if it is, you know, you want to like try different activities, different places to go to, very cool sites, everything like that. TikTok is your best friend. That is definitely how it is. We planned our vacation and it was such a success because Naya got to, you know, go to places like, for example, the Sour Patch Kids store. She always wanted to go there. We also went to another place, I can't remember the name, but I'll leave it here for you. That was a restaurant she really wanted to try, and she got to go there off of TikTok. So yeah, pay special attention to TikTok to research places, events, sites that you really want to go to. Tip number 8, and I cannot stress this enough: when you are traveling, try your best to hold on to your cash as much as possible. Not only that, but you also have to be careful of where it is you're swiping your credit card. All right, because we do not want to be scammed or anything like that. So the way to do it is that some days you use cash, some days you use your credit card. Do not use out all of your cash, That's never wise. And do not keep swiping your credit card either. You have to find a healthy balance, a healthy medium where there is no issue with your bank. This is me coming from experience here, where my bank has had an issue with me, constantly swiping. So I can tell you all from experience, don't do that, right? And when it is you use out your cash, you're kind of left stranded to, rely strictly on your credit card. So what you can do, like say, for example, my sister and I with the same bank, what I would do when it is I don't really, want to use my card, or I want to kind of hold on my cash, I will just transfer some money to her and so forth, that kind of way. So that way you still have your cash for a lengthy period of time, as long as you can, and your card is not being, according to the bank, swiped constantly. So tip number 9, when booking your vacation stay, if it is you are going through a hotel, make sure and book your airport travel, meaning to and from. That was something that I was very appreciative of when it is we went to Cancun last year, that my aunt so graciously handled for us, because that way we didn't have to go out looking for taxis, and all that drama, in Cancun, because we're not from there. We don't know anything about, the country, the area, anything like that in Mexico. This was our first time, right? So it was a good thing to have airport travel already booked pre-trip, before the trip actually starts. That way you don't have to worry about, your bags getting safely, or your bags and yourself, let me say that, getting safely to and from the airport. And tip number 10 is, when you're booking flights, if it is becoming an issue for you, sometimes one-way flights are cheaper depending on where you are going and at what period in the year. Summertime, let's say June to August, almost to September, may not really be the best time. However, other times in the year when travel is not really at an all-time high, probably like, let's say before Easter, like February, March, right before spring break, for the Americans, or like right before Christmas, like October, November, may be some of the best times to try to book your ticket, even if it's for the following year. That's okay. That is actually really good, as a matter of fact, because more than likely you'll get a really good deal. And some of these sites you can use are Cheapo, you can use Expedia, there's Travelocity, there's like a bunch of different sites. However, I do suggest that you get a travel agent, because honestly, they have first dibs on booking and holding certain seats for airlines, or even, certain bookings for hotels or Airbnbs. So even if it is you think, well, I can do this on my own, which you probably can, but they always have like, an insider deal like that. So that's why I would always suggest go with a travel agency that you trust. For example, my sister, as I told you before, Holiday Express, check her out on Instagram, and I'm telling you, you're bound to get a great deal that will leave you feeling really good, because you'll be able to have the time of your life on a trip and have some money in your pocket. Guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little 10 tips and tricks for planning and executing a bomb vacation. I'm speaking from experience. This is what these tips have definitely helped me, and I of course want to help you, so that you don't make any of my mistakes, or you can actually prevent certain things from happening. There are actually a whole lot more tips that I could give, but for now I'm gonna leave you with these 10. If you all do want more, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. Bye guys.
Close to the area to transfer the data. Alright? Flipper tag, on the other hand, stays with the turtle for about 3 to 5 years, eventually drops off. And what we want to do is stop doing flipper tagging, because we recognize it is damaging the turtle, because with the turtle swimming out there at top close to the area to transfer the data. Alright? Flipper tag on the other hand stays with the turtle for about 3 to 5 years, eventually drops off. And what we want to do is stop doing flipper tagging because we recognize